the last 80 years, Del Mar home values have never, not once, finished a decade lower than they started. That single fact tells you almost everything you need to know about what kind of market this is. But it doesn't tell you which part of the city to buy in. Why Del Mar schools are definitely in a different league from almost anywhere in San Diego County. Or the thing about Del Mar's geography that no listing agent is going to volunteer before you make an offer. This is what this video is for. I'm going to cover it, all of it. The neighborhoods, the market, the schools, the lifestyle, and the mistakes I have watched buyers make in this city that cost them real money. And I'm going to tell you something near the end of this video that I have never heard another agent say about Del Mar on camera. It's the single most important question to ask yourself before you even write an offer here. Also, I put together a free PDF that compares every city in North County, San Diego, side by side. If you're weighting Del Mar against La Jolla, Solana Beach, Rancho Santa Fe, or Carmel Valley, that guide does the work for you in one place. The link is in the description. I'm Marija. I cover North County, San Diego luxury real estate. Let's go. What Del Mar actually is. Let me start with a number that puts everything in perspective. Del Mar has 4,500 residents. In a county of 3.3 million people, one of the largest counties in the United States, Del Mar has 4,500 people. It covers 1.8 square miles, and it has spent 100 years making sure it stays exactly that size. The city has voted down density projects. It has rejected developers who want to bring chains and scale and the kind of commercial development that kills the feel of a small city. It maintains a 28-foot building height limit, which is why when you stand on Camino del Mar and look west, the view of the ocean is unobstructed, which is why the village feels like a village, which is why after 100 years, Del Mar still belongs to the people who live there. The Del Mar Thoroughbred Club has been part of this city's identity since 1937. Bing Crosby and Pat O'Brien founded it. The Hollywood crowd made it a summer destination. The race season from late July through early September is one of those California experiences that has no equivalent anywhere else. Opening day at the track, the hat contest, the Pacific shimmering to the west, and the feeling that you're inside something that has been running beautifully for near a century. But here's the thing that even serious buyers, people who have done their research, who know the price point, who have visited, still frequently miss about Del Mar. It's geography. Coming up, the geography of Del Mar that directly determines which neighborhood you should and shouldn't buy it. This is the section that saves people from making a very specific kind of expensive mistake. The geography, nobody explained. Del Mar looks like one city on a map, but when you understand its physical geography, you realize it's actually three completely different buying experiences sharing one name and one zip code. Here's the landscape. The city sits at the mouth of the San Dieguito River. Deep canyons flank it on the east and north. The result is a geographically that divides the city into district zones, and your life in each zone is generally different. Zone 1, west of Camino del Mar, the flat coastal village. This is what people picture when they picture Del Mar. Walkable, beaches 10 minutes on foot, the village restaurants are right there. The lots are small, the homes are older, and the inventory is almost non-existent. This is the version of Del Mar that never loses its desirability because it's a hard physical limit on how many people can ever exist here. Zone 2, canyon adjusted and elevated. East towards I-5, more space, bigger lots, better value per square foot. But here's the truth. These neighborhoods are not walkable to the village in any particular sense. You'll drive everywhere. You have a Del Mar address and a car-dependent life. For some buyers, this is completely fine and the properties are stunning. But the buyer who moves here expecting the walkable village experience will be disappointed. I have seen it happen. Zone 3, Del Mar Mesa, east of I-5. Technically, the Del Mar zip code 92014. Master planned, newer construction, larger lots, more accessible pricing around $1.5 million, but this is crucial. Del Mar Mesa fits into Poway Unified School District, not Del Mar Union, not San Dieguito Union. Poway Unified is an excellent district, but it's not the Del Mar School District that most families researching this city are targeting. This detail has blindsided buyers who didn't verify school assignments by exact address before making an offer. We verify every single time before anything else. Question you need to answer before you ever looking at a listing: which version of Del Mar are you actually buying? The neighborhoods. Del Mar Village and Beach Streets. The Village and the Beach Streets west of Camino del Mar are where Del Mar soul lives, and where the most emotionally compelling real estate in North County exists. The housing stock is a mix of original 1920s and 30s beach cottages alongside mid-century bungalows and high-end contemporary rebuilds. The lots are small, sometimes 3,500 to 5,000 square foot. The homes are not large by the standards of what this money buys elsewhere in North County, and none of that matters. Because the person who buys on one of these streets walks to dinner on a Tuesday night, they walk to the train on Wednesday morning, they walk to farmers market on Saturday, they walk to the beach on Sunday afternoon, and they watch the sun go down into the Pacific 6 minutes away. That specific version of daily life, that specific accumulation of ordinary moments is what people mean when they say Del Mar changed how they think about where they want to live. It's not a hyperbole, it's genuinely shift in what a day feels like. Original cottages in good condition start around $2 million. Contemporary rebuilds with beach proximity run $3 million and above. Anything with a direct ocean view is a generational asset, the kind of property where the family who sits it has owned it for 30 years and the family who buys it plans to own it for 30 more. These rarely come to market. When they do, they move fast regardless of price point. Il Fornaggio, Civica, Pacific Del Mar, these are restaurants that have been in the village for decades, not because Del Mar is trendy, because Del Mar is loyal. Olde Del Mar and North Del Mar. North of the village, along the bluffs and the canyon rim is Olde Del Mar. And this is where buyers who want Del Mar's address and prestige with more land and more privacy end up. Lots here run half an acre and above. The homes are more substantial, custom built, estate scale properties, ocean and lagoon views that you simply cannot replicate. This is private California coastal living and it's most refined. The trade-off versus the village is simple. You're not walking anywhere. This is driving neighborhood, but you're also not in anyone's sideline. You wake up to views that other people fly to California specifically to see. And then you drive 5 minutes to the village when you want the restaurants and the farmers market. Properties in Olde Del Mar and the Blacktop corridor range from $2.5 million to $6 million and above for the most significant ocean view estates. This segment is tightly held. The people who own here rarely sell, which means when something comes to market, a well-positioned buyer with an agent who has a relationship in this neighborhood has a genuine advantage. Del Mar Mesa. Del Mar Mesa deserves its own honest description because it's frankly marketed in ways that create confusion. Del Mar Mesa is east of I-5. It's newer construction, larger lots, and more accessible pricing. Typically $1.5 million for a well-appointed single-family home. For buyers who want more house and more space at the Del Mar address, it delivers on both. But I want to be specific about two things. First, Del Mar Mesa is not a walkable extension of the village. The I-5 is a physical and psychological dividing line. You don't walk from Del Mar Mesa to the beach, you drive. Second, and more importantly, Del Mar Mesa fits into Poway Unified School District, not Del Mar Union, not San Dieguito Union. Poway Unified is one of the top unified districts in San Diego County, but it's not the school pipeline that most families who specifically target Del Mar are researching. If you're buying Del Mar Mesa primarily because you have heard Del Mar has exceptional schools, you need to verify the exact address assignment before we write anything. I cannot tell you how many times I have heard of buyers who close on Del Mar Mesa properties and discover the school district situation afterwards. This is not a small detail. In a market where school quality is a primary driver of property values, buying the wrong side of a boundary line is an extremely expensive misunderstanding. Coming up, the market data point that explains why Del Mar has outperformed every other North County coastal market over the last 50 years. And the question I ask every buyer before we start looking because the answer changes everything. The market. Let me show you why Del Mar's 80-year track record of appreciation is not luck. The median home price in Del Mar right now is approximately $2.4 million. In any given month, fewer than 20 properties come to market across the entire city. 20. In a city with roughly 4,000 homes, this is an inventory rate that makes almost every other market look liquid by comparison. When supply is that structurally constrained, not because of interest rate or market cycles, but because there is a hard physical limit on how much land exists, prices behave differently than in normal markets. They compress on the downside, they hold in corrections, they recover faster. Because even in a buyer's market, there is nowhere near enough Del Mar to satisfy the people who want to be in Del Mar. And here's the other side of that equation. The demand is permanent. Del Mar is not popular because of a trend. It's not hot because of a particular moment in time. It's desirable because of the ocean, the train, the schools, the scale, and a community character that has been deliberately preserved for a century. Those things do not change with interest rates. They do not change with the stock market. Days on the market in Del Mar average 75 days, which is longer than a county-wide average. That number confuses people who don't understand this market. It's not a sign of weakness. It's a reflection of a buyer pool that is small, deliberate, and financially capable of being patient. Well-priced Village and Olde Del Mar properties still generate multiple offers within 2 weeks. The 75 days average is being pulled up by overpriced listings and properties with specific challenges that take time to find the right buyer. The buyer who is ready to move. Right now, there is more negotiating room in this market than at any point in the last 5 years. Sellers who have been sitting for 60 days are negotiable in ways that weren't before. That window exists now. It will not exist forever. The schools. I want to talk about the schools in Del Mar because Del Mar has great schools. It's something people say, but the details are what make it real. Elementary through 6th grade, Del Mar Union School District. This district is constantly ranked among the 5 highest rated elementary districts in the entire state of California. Not county, state. Del Mar Hills Academy, Sage Canyon Elementary, and Ashley Falls Elementary are the flagship campuses. These are public schools that function at a level most people associate with private education, small class sizes, exceptional teacher retention, arts integration, team programming, and parent communities were involved is not just encouraged but expected and enthusiastically given. I have had clients move to Del Mar specifically for Del Mar Hills Academy. They have told me afterwards it exceeded what they expected, which was already very high. This is not a common experience with public schools. 7th through 12th grade, San Dieguito Union High School District, one of the most academically distinguished secondary districts in the state. The primarily high school for Del Mar students is Torrey Pines High School. Torrey Pines ranks constantly among the top 10 to 15 public high schools in California. The AP College catalog is extensive. The college outcomes are exceptional. The athlete program competes in the highest CIF levels. Here is the number that puts it in perspective. The tuition at Harvard, Westlake, Sage Hill, or the Bishop School, private high schools in this region runs $40,000 to $50,000 per year per child. Torrey Pines delivers compatible academics outcomes at zero tuition. Over 4 years for one child, that's $160,000 to $200,000 in savings while living in a $2.4 million home in Del Mar. That math matters. And as I said, if you're buying in Del Mar Mesa, you feed into Poway Unified, not this pipeline. We verify your exact school assignment by address before we even make an offer, not after, before. What a year in Del Mar feels like. I want to tell you what a full year in Del Mar actually looks like because this city has a rhythm that you can't fully understand from a listing. January through May. This is Del Mar at its quietest and most beautiful. The tourists are gone, the village belongs to the residents. Saturday morning at the farmers market on Camino Del Mar, you see the same faces every week. The cliff-top walks are uncrowded. The restaurants don't require reservation. There is a version of Del Mar in these months that visitors never see, and it's the version that residents say they absolutely love it the most. June brings the marine layer. Del Mar gets its share of what locals call May Gray and June Blue. The coast stays cool and foggy until late morning some days. If you need sunshine from the moment your alarm goes off, you'll want to know this going in. Late July through early September, race season. The Del Mar Footbread Club comes alive. Opening day is full social event. People dress up, have contest is genuinely spectacular. The energy of the city shifts in the most delightful way. Summer evenings in the village during race season have a warmth and a buzz that is unlikely anywhere else in North County. The city fills, the restaurants fill, the street fill, and then September comes. The season in Del Mar excels. October through December, the light in Del Mar in autumn is something photographers drive hours to capture. The bluff tops, the lagoon, the Pacific on a clear October afternoon when the air has dried out and the visibility goes forever. This is the version of Del Mar that makes people cancel their plans to move anywhere else. What residents constantly tell me about their first year, they didn't know it was going to feel like this. They came for the school, they came for the address, they came for the ocean. They stayed because Del Mar became theirs. The village, the bluffs, the farmers market, the trucks. It stops feeling like a place they choose and starts feeling like a place that chooses them. The question nobody asks. Earlier, I said there is a question I ask every buyer before we look at a single listing in Del Mar. Here it is. Are you buying Del Mar for the life or are you buying Del Mar for the address? That sounds like a philosophical question. It isn't. It's a practical one that determines everything about which neighborhood you you should be in, what your daily experience is going to be, and whatever Del Mar is going to deliver on what you're actually looking for. The buyer who is buying for their life needs to be west of Camino Del Mar, walking distance to village, the beach. They need to be in the version of Del Mar where the city wraps around them. They might be buying less square footage than they could get elsewhere, and they need to have made this with that before the first showing. The buyer who is buying for the address, for the prestige, the school district, the zip code, the investment thesis has more options. Olde Del Mar, Canyon properties, Del Mar Mesa, if schools aren't the primary driver, more space, more privacy, more house, a different daily experience. Neither answer is wrong, but mixing up which buyer you are and buying the wrong version of Del Mar is one of the most common and most expensive mistakes I see in this market. I asked this question first before the budget conversation for the neighborhood, because answers tell me everything I need to know about where to take you. If you're trying to figure out which version of Del Mar is yours, then it's exactly the conversation I'm here to have. Del Mar is one of the most specific real estate markets in Southern California. The difference between the right property and the wrong one is this city is not always visible in a listing. It lives in the school boundaries. It lives in the canyon side versus the beach side on a single street. It lives in knowing which properties have come and gone in the last 3 years and why. I have been working this market. I know which streets hold value and which ones sit. I know which sellers are negotiable right now and which ones are not. I know the school addresses, and I know from having this conversation dozens of times that the families who move to Del Mar and love it are almost always the ones who took the time to have a real conversation before they started looking. If you are serious about Del Mar, call me, text me, the number is in the description. If you're still in research mode, download the free North County San Diego City Guide in the description. It compares Del Mar to every other city in North County side by side. It's the fastest way to figure out whenever Del Mar is your city or wherever something else is better. Drop your question in the comments. I read every one of them and I answer everyone. And subscribe, because every video I make about North County goes to Del Mar, Carlsbad, Encinitas Ranch, Santa Fe, Carmel Valley, Solana Beach. Every city gets this level of attention. You don't want to make a decision at this price point without having seen all of them. I'll see you in the next one.